Bristol Motor Speedway, the 1994 edition. With a lot of cars sliding into the grooves, it's definitely the inside groove, that you want to stick to the most. Just like Old School Bristol, and that's why we are racing here. Roden in first, Torres in second, Sed in third, Everett in fourth, and we're underway here. Already Torres is looking to make a move on the 77 of Nick Roden. It looks like it's going to be Roden who takes lap one. Volvo, Chevy, Volvo, Dodge is your top five at the moment. And here a lap two is the 91 of Lorenzo. Martin almost into the wall. Is he going to look to make a move here? Or maybe he just prevent the 76 from Bjornsson of passing him. The last car in the top 10 is the 10 of Morrison Jr. Can he make a move past Hopkins here? There's going to be a lot of bumping and running in this course. No significant passes yet, but it looks like the first one can be made here between Sed and Torres. Is Sed going to go into the inside this time? No, he is not, and they are still single file. The 77 of Roden is home free, at least for the time being. 70 going to make a move here. No, he's not. Here's the 83 of Hopkins, almost into the 76 of Bjornsson. Now the last car in the top 10 is the 54 of Nene. Can he hold on to his position? But the old one of Max is looking. No passes yet, but it's getting very, very close. These cars are slipping very hard. Nobody's able to catch up to Roden. And you can see just how packed it is here at the back of the pack. A lot of drivers, especially like Fontaine, Opsal, Rada, a lot of drivers you would not expect to be in the back of the pack of Bristol, but there are three wide coming down the back straightaway in the back of the pack. Other than that, they're pretty single file for now. But Morrison Jr. could make a move on Hopkins here. For that ninth position, can he do it? No, he cannot. Onto lap 12 here, we can see we have no changes at the moment. The 77 of Roden is still in the lead. The 22 still has to be. Here comes the 07 of Sed, and the Sed makes the bump and run. The two founders of Sed Polestar Engineering are now in the top two. Excellent job from the Volvo so far. And now there's another Volvo that the 22 is going to have to worry about, because here comes Everett in that Forza Rush 51 car. Very good racing we have here at the moment, and now we have something here between Martin and Morrison Jr., two veterans. Here, Martin pulls off the fucking run on Dustin. Can Martin hold on to his spot? They're side by side, but he shouldn't be able to get him. He's inside the quarter panel, and he's got Morrison. Oh, we have a wreck here at the 76 of the 91. All the cars are going to try to dodge it, but Guy does not. Cottle and Brown are in it. And all of the cars are backed into the turn trying to find their way out, but a lot of other cars get damaged. The 91 is relatively fine to go, but there are a lot of drivers. Actually, no, the 91 is smoking. The 20 is smoking as well, and that is all but their race done. We actually saw live how this started, but in the slow motion, the 76 tries to pull the bump and run on the 91. The 91 refuses to give up the spot, and if you're Lorenzo, you just give up the spot at that point to the 76. And it's mainly, even though the 76 made a very aggressive move in this track like Bristol, it is the 91's fault for that. But the 20 of Guy gets hit, and that also just causes a collision. See here, the 53, the 24, and the 65, they all try to go inside to dodge it, when the best thing to do is probably go on the outside. As you can see, Rada and Bolio Brown make the right decision there. Zach Johnson, you see right here, right into the right side of your screen is where the crash starts. Is Johnson able to avoid it? It looks like he does get out of Cottle. Not a significant amount of damage from Cottle, and he should be fine from that. This race here at Bristol, and looks like Roden going to make his first pit stop. He's almost got some lap cars to deal with so far. The fastest car is the 51 of Jackie Everett. And here comes the 77. Oh, he's not going to come in, but I think we have another spin, and we do. Did Roden get affected by it? Yes, he did. And now Zed is right up to Roden. Roden isn't smoking, but that did slow him down significantly. Stevenson and Sainz got into a huge wreck there. But now the 77 comes into pit as well as his teammate. The Martin and the 76 decided to say, yeah, Martin has no choice but to really let the 21 and the 44 go. But I imagine Roden's going to have to fix some damage if he wants to finish this race. See here, there's some pit stall troubles going on as well. The 77 probably overshook his stall. And now there's a lot of cars that are just looking to try to get in. The 07 of Set is in, but you can see the 77 is stalled, which affects the 22 as well. He has stalled into his pit, and now he's finally put back there. He's definitely going to have to repair some damage, but it looks like it's going to be the 07 of Sed who gets out of there first. The 11 is out of there. Could the 11 of George Jordan actually be the first car out since he didn't have any interference on pit road? We will see as we cycle out through here. The 11 of Jordan onto the inside of the 21. I actually think it's the 11 of George Jordan who's in the lead. Coming on to lap 24. It's still 76, and the 70 of Mark gets spun out. Gets tapped by Morrissey Jr., but the damage isn't significant. What happened there? As we look back at our replay, you can see that the 70 actually got spun by the 01 of Max and gets tapped by Morrissey Jr., but it's not too significant. They're both able to keep going. Bristol is just full of chaos at the moment. Lap 28, and the lead car is actually the 07 of Sed. Despite struggling to find his way to the pit stall, he's doing just fine. There is the leader right now, the 76. If we can find him, there he is. Didn't have any troubles going into his pit stop. It was the 07 that was actually in fifth. The 76 now has the lead. With Max in second, he is pretty far behind at the moment. 11 to go. There is a lot of lap traffic to deal with, however. If the 01 can just find his way around the 44, he will get past his teammate. This would be the first time that teammates have finished 1-2 since Levante Martin and Luis Fontaine did it in Monza almost 2 seasons ago. Now the 65 of Stevenson is coming into pit to get some extra damage repaired. The 01 is now past the 44 Pasquale. Here we go. Could this be a very good resurgence for Richard Petty Motorsports? Being absent from the sport from over a century, how meaningful would it be to them with 2 of their flagship drivers finishing in the top 2? Any other good battles here? The last car in the top 10 is the 83 of Hopkins. Now Opsal's coming into pit. And look at this, what we have here. This is chaotic. 2, almost 3 wide between some of the drivers. The 83 again being the last car in the top 10, but Ross is looking, and she is looking very well. The 65 of Sparks is also looking. The 88 is some of these Crowder's lap car. Here's Martin and Huckleberry battling for a spot. Very good racing we have here. Has the 01 caught up yet? The 01 of Max is not caught up to the 76. He is still pretty far behind. It is now 2.24 seconds between the two. And it's the last 5 laps here at Bristol. This where it can start to get pretty crazy. You can see here that the 70 scraped this wall a little bit. The 65 and the 39 try to make a bump and run. The 21 of Callie Johnson is out into the outside. Here comes Hopkins though. Single file going into turn 1. Is Hopkins going to make the move on the 21? She needs to get past that lap car. Is this going to be the chance? They almost got pretty loose there, but the 83's got a good chance here. Nothing to really see up front, but you can see it's getting very chaotic right here for the battles of the top 10. All of these cars battling for the last spot of the top 10. And the 21 and the 88 are pushed out. The lap cars are pushed out, and probably rightfully so. Here's Huckleberry trying to make a move on Ross. And now Martin's just delving to the outside and is out past the lap cars as well. And we actually have a crash here. That's Johnson and Davenport crash. Martin is now into the wall. Looks like that he's blown a tire because of that damage from Davenport. Let's get back up front with one to go, and Rana's out into the garage. If we can find the 76, he is just a few turns away from finishing here. Martin is leaking fluid. He has to get out of the way for the leader. And the 76 is going to come across the finish line. It's going to be Bjornsson who finishes in first. With Max in second, the 22 in third, it's the 46 in third. Again, this finish is so chaotic, we don't even know who finished where. As the 53 and the 39, I think they're done with this race, since it will be Ross that finishes in the last car of the top 10. But what a chaotic race, especially those last 5 laps. But, most importantly, Richard Petty Motorsports, after a century-long hiatus, makes a very great return with finishing 1-2.